We are on day 23. We've left camp from Glenmore and the plan is to head back up the west side of the Cairngorms, around the north, and hopefully find a wild camping spot for tonight. The weather is very windy, although we're a little bit more sheltered here, and it does look like the sun is just poking its head out. We've stopped here at Nethy Bridge just for a quick break and a stretch of legs before we head on further on round. I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that this is the bridge after which the little village is named. It is in fact one of the many Thomas Telford bridges of Scotland. Moving a little bit further down the road brings us into Tomintoul, and whilst we're here we're taking a short hike, the village circular, 4k, 2.5 miles. It promises views of the glen and the strath. We shall see. It is a very pretty village and we're off to a good start with the walk. We've just passed the summit of this walk. Well, I think it's the summit. We're going back down. No, I don't think there's any more climbs. Wasn't much of a climb, more of a gentle rise. Although it was really windy and cold back at Glenmore, it's actually really warm here, although still quite windy, as you might notice. It would appear that the first part of our walk from Tomintoul was in a sheltered area, because as we come on this side of the hill, we are getting the full force of the wind. It may be windy, but there's some beautiful views up here, looking back up the glen. And we're back. That was a nice and interesting walk. 5k, pretty much bang on, and certainly a lot more interesting than yesterday's walk around Loch Morlich. Now we need to go and find somewhere to spend the night, somewhere off-grid. Home for the night. We're at a place called the Well of Lecht, L-E-C-H-T. Karen is waving. Hopefully that'll come out in the video. It's a bit cosy. There are 3 vans there. I would prefer there being 1 or maybe 2, but there we go. It's out in the wilds, and in front of me there's a track that runs up to the mine of Lecht, which we're about to head up and have a look at. The area that we're in is noted as having very dark skies, and by that I mean no light pollution, so a fantastic place to see the stars at night or even the northern lights. But we are not long after midsummer, which means there is very little nighttime here. In fact, I've not seen dark skies at all since we've been here. And of course it's Scotland, which means it's cloudy. So we're not going to be seeing the sky and the stars, whatever. I've just come across this little chappie, and although he was moving when I got here, he seems now to have gone into a state of fright. Although I don't know if that applies to beetles. Come on chap, move along. No, look, blue skies. Well, a little bit of blue in the sky. maybe we will get to see some stars tonight. Fat chance with 4 hours of nighttime, and even then not properly dark.